So I bought a website for $4,000 recently. I found it on a website called Flippa, which is a brokerage for buying and selling websites. But anyway, it's a blog type of site, and it's in a niche that I know nothing about. It's in the astrology, sort of spirituality niche, zodiac sign type of stuff. But the reason I bought it, also the website is making a little bit of money already. Over the past 8 months or something before I bought it, it was making an average of $120 a month or something like that. And it's a blog type of site, and the normal prices these sell for average of 3 times the yearly profit. So a website making $100 a month sell for $3,600 on average. I paid $4,000 for it. And the reason I was looking at sites on Flippa, I'd actually been looking at sites for a while. Hadn't bought one yet, I was being really picky. But I bought a course on how to learn this stuff. And that's one thing I do want to say, just don't go on Flippa and just buy something. Well, you can, but if you do, just make sure that you buy something that costs less than $1,000. Buy something with very, very low risk to learn on, because if you don't know what you're doing, it's very, very easy to mess this stuff up. And I bought a really expensive course too that teaches how to do this, a very thorough course. I paid $2,300 for it, and I actually paid $400 for another course too, teaching similar stuff. And in the course, they actually recommend for your first site to buy one under $1,000, which actually didn't. This is my first site, and I paid $4,000. I don't know, we'll see if it's stupid or not, but it is already bringing in some income. And I did really, really thoroughly investigate the website before I bought it, very thoroughly. Obviously I'm still new at this, so I don't know, maybe it was a little dumb paying $4,000, but all the sites I was looking at that were less than $4,000 were I don't know, I just didn't want them. They needed too much stuff. And a lot of times the cheaper ones have more competition too, but there are a lot of stuff that you have to kind of research and look into and know what you're looking for when you buy one of these blog type of sites. The main thing is because there's a lot of AI content out now. It's very easy to just cram a bunch of AI content on the websites, especially the blog type of sites, because basically what makes the sites is just the articles. There's a lot of sites that have AI content now. So first, one thing you want to do is it's better to use the paid tool. I forget the name of it, but there's a paid tool you can use. The free ones I don't think are as good, but you can copy and paste just a bunch of the text from the website into it, and it'll test it to check if it's AI or not. The other thing you want to do is just read through a bunch of the articles yourself, see if they're well written or not, because the main thing that you're paying for is the articles when you're buying a blog type of site. But the course that I bought kind of teaches how to buy and renovate these and kind of build them up and build up a portfolio of a bunch of these. And you can make the income pretty passive, and you can hire people for very cheap. Mainly you can hire people off Upwork, and you can hire people in other countries like Pakistan or the Philippines or whatever. You can hire writers for much, much cheaper. You can get 1,000-word articles written for $20. And you can hire tech people and editors in the same way. But if you are interested in learning this stuff at all, I would just recommend hopping on Flippa and kind of looking for stuff. And you can always pick something. You can pick something in a niche that you're really, really familiar with, and just buy something really cheap for $500 or something. If you don't know what you're doing, you can just use the site to learn on, and you'll just kind of learn stuff as you go. I would kind of recommend too writing your own articles first before you hire someone, mainly just so you can learn how to get good articles, basically. Because you do need to know how to hire someone that writes them good, and you need to know what to tell someone to do in order to get the articles written how you want. But this is kind of the new sort of work or business venture thing that I've been looking into. I'm really, really excited about it. One of the reasons is because you can buy websites, and on Flippa you can buy websites for like $500. They also are a lot of websites selling for like multiple millions of dollars, and because the sites sell for about 3 times the yearly profit, so you could buy your way into a business that has really pretty passive income. It could be almost completely passive. It depends on just how much of the stuff you're hiring other people to do. But you can hire people to do everything. And you can look for sites where the owner of the site is already hiring people to do everything, so it's already very passive. But obviously, before you spend a bunch of money on a big site that's going to get you like big passive income, you need to learn what you're doing first. You don't just screw it up. But you could buy a site for like $100,000, and that site would be making like $3,000 a month or something like that. There's all sorts of sites like that are making passive income. You can go on Flippa and see for yourself. There's tons of them. They also sell a lot of e-commerce sites and stuff like that, but I'm getting into the blog one because it's a lot safer, lower risk, it's a lot more simple, and there's not a lot of overhead, there's not a lot of expenses. You just pay for the writers. You can let the site sit for a while without paying writers or putting new content on it. You can plan your content, the articles out in advance, get a bunch of them written, and then just upload them slowly over time. Whereas the e-commerce site, there's constant stuff to deal with. You have to deal with inventory, and it's a lot more complicated and a lot riskier, and it takes a lot more money up front.